Good Shabbos, everybody. Kitit say it's one of the most terrifying Torah portions if you are a young son. So if you have a man or an individual, a son, the rebellious son, who does not hearken to the voice of his parents, and they discipline him, and if he still doesn't listen, they shall take him, and they'll put him out to the elders in the gate of the place, and they shall say to the elders, talk about a great entryway to the B'nai Mitzvah program, this son of ours is wayward and rebellious. He does not hearken to our voice. He's a glutton and a drunkard. All the men of his city shall pelt him with stones, and he shall die. And you shall remove the evil from your midst, and all Israel shall hear, and they shall fear. Okay. When I was at Vanderbilt many moons ago, I had a very famous Hebrew Bible professor, and his argument was that laws were written in the Tanakh, the Torah. They weren't written for the sake of being written. They were written and they were enforced. There's no way of knowing if that's true or not. But what do we do with this commandment when we have someone who is rebellious? Do we actually think that we would take him to the center of town and we would stone him to death, and to serve as a reminder to the people of Israel, or as a deterrent not to do this again? And based of all my research, I don't think they did it. So what do we make of it today? The rabbis, through centuries of commentaries on this verse, from Rashi to Ibn Ezra to Nachmanides, they teach us something beautiful. And it's so complementary of Elul and the high holidays. They recognize that sometimes our children, or even adults, sometimes we have no control of our imperfections. And sometimes, despite everything what we do, we try to stop bad habits, or as the rabbis explain, we try to stop our own addictions, whatever they may be, in order to get back on the path. So this teaching is both for the parents and for the kids. That our rabbis don't want our parents to continue to allow, to enable behavior that will hurt the family. And at the same time, they want this prescription to serve as a reminder to the kids that we are obligated as a community to see what we can do in order to help them. So this is really about helping someone who is facing addiction challenges. And this was paramount throughout antiquity. Because when we think about it, we were in the ancient world, we really didn't drink water. It wasn't good for you. Oftentimes we drank wine. And sometimes with scarcity, they're also worried about people overeating and not having enough food for the rest of the family. It's a tough parsha because, again, it's in the book of Deuteronomy, and these Torah portions are a series of homilies that Moses is giving to the people of Israel to remind them of their obligations once they enter Eretz Israel. So for us today, and I believe in a God who understands the complexities, the challenges, the addictions. I believe in a God who recognizes that sometimes our brains aren't wired the way they should be, and there's no medication that could help. This is why I believe in such a compassionate God, despite all the tsuris we experience. But for us, it's about finding center. that we're not supposed to live on extremes. Whether we're working out too much and it's interfering with our ability to be a good parent, a good spouse, a good friend, or on the other spectrum, we're doing so much to our health that we can't be just as good. So we're all rebellious in some capacity. And sometimes, I'm going to assume everyone in this room has ignored your parents. But rebellion leads to calm. Because the answer to our own addictions, to our own vices, is with love. And the story that I want to say before we start the Torah service and before I go meet with B'nai Mitzvah family. A dear friend of mine, a cardiologist in Birmingham, was trying everything he could do in order to stop smoking. And they would have these smoking retreats. And he realized that the more you bombard a patient that smoking will kill you, it will cause cancer, it will not increase, let me rephrase, it will not stop said individual from quitting smoking. They know that already. And throughout all these retreats, he realized there's one thing that can help him get on the path to healing. You love them. And you teach them that their addiction is okay. It's part of the human condition. And through compassion, through empathy, through active learning, people stopped smoking because they weren't judged anymore. Rebellious or not rebellious, sometimes the best prescription is a little taste of empathy, a little taste of love, and a little bit of sugar. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I will miss you guys, but no, I'm not skipping work. I'm going to go pray to the B'nai Mitzvah students, okay? Remember, if you're upset, Steve's over there, okay?